Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Hello.
It's stream time. I'm on my way to the trade fair.
Oh, we're still unloading, so you didn't miss much.
Wonderful.
You had it in a ship or you had it just like fast traveling?
I'm taking a ship. I'm on the spearhead at the moment.
Oh, you're far.
I'm sailing it
must
at the
say-
trade wind at high, well, relatively high speed.
I must say, sailing the Northumbria felt not as bad as I thought it would feel.
It's not bad. It's just combat sailing it is
Yeah, it's
difficult.
combat. It's
I wouldn't like to
in
combat sail it. Normal sailing, sure, except when you enter C1 and notice you have 0 wind and it's right in your back.
Yeah.
That was a thing.
I think Poe hates us.
Probably.
The god of wind himself despises us.
Most certainly, yes. But yeah, I have a
Company
big lineup
cares.
for
Whichever
John.
game we end up in, we always end up with bad wind. This is true, and this is as true for Sea of Thieves as it is for Rattlers.
Okay, I thought it was like different type of wind for a second.
Well, I don't know about that, but
Well, okay. Oh, maybe this was worse than falling all the way up.
but yeah, I'm probably only going to be on long enough to get to the trade fair, read the weekly ham, have a quick look around, and then I'm probably going to go play some Dark Tide.
There's a new patch
course,
out
yeah.
there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got Dark Ties. I played the what's it called?
Tutorial.
Okay.
Tutorial. Yeah,
Let's
tutorial.
nick some saddles
and
from
then
the flagships.
didn't do anything else.
Well, you guys are welcome to join me if you'd like. I'm not going to be doing anything particularly interesting, other than slaughtering things, but you know.
That's pretty interesting.
How's the space up there? Do we can we fit
goodness
3
me.
more lines up there?
Oh yeah.
Basically, I'm hiding one tide pod behind the line made for Don, but the other 3 could move up.
Assembly have so many ships here.
They always come in force, yes. I mean, Altford does as well, but Altford is...
Oh, Alpha is just they. Their ships look cool though. Well, they always park out back. Even
They-
in like brigs and stuff.
Yeah, they park quite far away.
I guess
so-
there isn't as much room for a brig, but
But yes, good evening everybody. Welcome to Atlas. we're not going to be on very long, I don't think. Maybe half an hour to an hour at most. After which, I'm going to play something different, because I'm not really feeling Atlas at the moment. Yeah. It's lost its luster
Wait,
to me.
do we only have one line up there right now?
Yeah, the other one is somewhere. I think I put it on the left. Yeah, there's one there, there's another one on the left now.
We have a track that is right in front of our nose and just greeted me.
Yeah, just leave him. We should have brought named resources. Actually, no, we shouldn't.
What named resources?
No, I didn't mean named resources. I meant normal resources. But then, if people, what's it called? My brain stopped. I dropped myself. No, I looked good. Ooh. It looks like the spearhead took a bit of a beating there.
Oh, that was a few days ago. I haven't been online to repair it. I've been busy not being interested in Atlas, other than getting things ready for Wednesday.
Wednesday.
The Nations Council. Or
Yes.
of which there is now a mostly completed building for. Thank you for the posture, Madeline.
I just got given a invitation from Blood Wolves
Oh.
for you and fellow company members. That's it. To something at their church.
Oh, an invitation to join the cult. I see.
No, not to join that cult. Something about opening ceremony. I've not actually looked at it.
Well, first things first, a weekly ham. That is my goal today.
Yes, I don't know if I haven't seen Don.
I'm sure he's somewhere around.
Assembly's marketing is amazing as ever. They have a sled. Assembly saying, "We're here, right next to the Blood Wolf in exhibit."
That is not an incorrect statement.
It's gold for the weekly ham, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Damn, I've only got sovereigns on me.
There should be some gold in the chest in the clock tower.
I shall have a look. I can figure out how to get down to me. There we are. Will do.
I have arrived.
Okay, I think stacking up lines is nearly done. I think I have one left to get up. By the way, Lucians,
I wouldn't qualify this as washed out red. Old skull.
our lines washed out? Never.
No, the
They do the washing, yes, they are tide pots, but they don't wash out.
all the uniform, what's it called?
Good to see that the zip lines are coming in handy.
Yes,
Yes.
most certainly. By the way, Lucians, the lions on the beach are a special commission for Don. Basically, he gets 2 typepod lines, readable, 1 male, 1 female. And then he requisitioned some, let's say, special lions in the Blood Wolf's colors, which basically meant I had to breed some black with red. And I do have the first iterations for him to choose and the later iterations, which are basically black and red. I didn't negotiate a price for those ones yet. The typepods will give us access to 2 breedable flame waves, but the other 2 are currently on offer. Question is if we, instead of taking gold or sovereigns in case of breeding,
406 is here.
we get
At your feet,
maybe
there is the
benefit
invitation.
for the skirmish we are planning on Poets Island.
It's from Blood Wolves.
Thank you. And I will also buy 405.
Where are you, Wolf? I have a 406 for you.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna go sit up on my balcony and I'm gonna read my
There you
newspaper.
go.
Horse to the trader, and like I was praying that that horse didn't die.
Ooh, where the hell did that go?
I'm gonna have to build. I'm gonna have to build on their island. I'm just like a little zipline path or something.
Oh my god, you gotta...
Yeah, better we come. We need that second stone, so I'm willing to double car with silver horse or something.
Lucian, can you quickly fly to pick this up?
Fly?
Oh, something. I threw a thing down at Wolf's Skull and it went through the floor.
Then it's probably on the floor below it.
No, it's in the wall. Well, it's on the wall, but it's a bit high up.
Use a grappling hook?
I don't have one, unfortunately.
It looks like Wolfskull does. Unless
No,
that's just,
it's just
Wolf's
graphics.
character model stretching. Yeah, that's just Wolf's character model stretching. Oh boy. Okay. Hold on. I was really looking forward to reading my newspaper.
Sorry. I don't know how long it's got anyway.
It's got 2 minutes. I'm on my way.
My apologies. I have the goods right here.
Why don't either of you carry grappling hooks?
I don't know. I have nothing. I don't know where I put mine somewhere, but I can't find it. I think the Leviathan has some spare though, so I should
For a
probably go grab
profitable
some.
trade.
There you go.
Thank you. It's always fun
There
to
you
visit
are.
with Uber.
Also.
Uber is planning a cheese tasting event soon. Details will be coming out in the future. See you later.
Oh, perfect. We will see you there.
Cheese tasting.
Right, now I'm going to go sit up on my balcony and read the newspaper. Because that is something I can do. There we go. So, starting with 403 and ending with 406. Because I've missed a few editions. And this journal, which I will read in a moment with trepidation. Right. There we go. Okay, now this one I have read before, which is the Weekly Ham Forest 3. I have not read this one. At least not on stream. Issue 405, The Weekly Ham. Bloodwolves vs. Assembly. Customary Uber trial unveils utterly surprising verdict. Last Wednesday, representatives of Bloodwolves Company and the Assembly of Crafters and Merchants found themselves a part of a rather twisty court case, as the latter was sued for damages on the grounds of mishandling contaminated otters and distributing the sickly animals to unsuspecting individuals in Kingdom's End. What's more, the lawsuit contends that this maltreatment resulted in otters producing offspring of meager appearance and undeniable unhappiness. This case, which unfolded in the Dorf Court of Ubor, left spectators and legal scholars alike agog. In a surprising turn of events, both the Pirate Company and the Merchant Guild readily admitted that their members had indeed neglected the personal hygiene standards of Ubor in recent times, as both plead guilty to the act of bathing. This eyebrow-raising revelation set the stage for an unforgettable courtroom drama. During the lengthy session, the Merchant Guild's lawyer appeared to have misinterpreted the concept of a courthouse, as he persistently attempted to court any lady that found herself within the bearing box. Meanwhile, massive bribes in the form of cheese, a currency as peculiar as the case itself, exchanged hands between the parties and the judge's assistants. Ultimately, Judge Bucketman, known for his no-nonsense demeanor, delivered a sentence that left attendees in sheer disbelief. He ordered the company representatives, their lawyers, their taxi helmsmen, and even any individuals of royal or above-average stature to slide down a zip line while spectators took aim. In a macabre twist, the Merchant Guild's representative met a tragic end as a well-aimed shot sent him plummeting to a quick demise. Griffith Sedridge, representative of the Bloodwolves, remarked on the case, "As usual, Uber's law favored the fast and the just, as, unlike me, Mr. Besmara couldn't even bring himself within a quarter of the not guilty verdict." Hey, Nick Matt. Issue 407 will be available shortly. Fair enough. Yes, I'm reading the newspaper. I'm reading the newspaper on my balcony. I'm reading the newspaper on the balcony of my clock tower, because it's me we're talking about. If I didn't do something dramatic every now and then, you'd forget who I am. Anyway, as I was saying. Let's see. A letter from a reader. Which is the advertisement for the Church of the Holy Golem, which I don't feel like reading, I'm gonna be honest. And is Geoffrey von Slender looking for a mistress? Eyewitness reports that Geoffrey von Slender, donned in nothing but his trousers, was seen braving the rain while engaging with the Bloodwolves' maid-on matchmaking service agent. It seems that the enigmatic Baron has embarked on a quest for love that's making waves across the Isles. Rumors suggest that loneliness has been haunting the wealthy Baron for a while now, and he's casting his net wide in search of an eligible partner for both love and life. Any ladies that may be interested in becoming the Baron's beloved should send their messages with pictures to the port of Devil's Ridge, for it may open them a portal to the possibility of sharing a life of luxury and intrigue with the notorious Baron himself. Okay, and issue 406, which I haven't actually read yet. Right. Death to demand tolls from passengers. While the mysterious forces responsible for managing the logistics of before, between, and afterlife have yet to comment, it appears that death itself has grown rather bored with its profession. Rumors have it that it had recently gotten into the habit of reading on the job, and would these days rarely even bother asking passengers for the circumstances of their arrival in its domain. As people waking up from their previous demise usually have a hard time remembering the journey from dead to bed, no information is known on what kind of books or magazines are being picked up by Death. We do suspect that it is an avid reader of the Weekly Ham, however. A random person in a pub has recently explained that Death was heard rambling and murmuring down about bags of bonds and coin. Some now say that Death may be planning to start a sideline within the financial industry, and that it may soon start requesting fees for ferrying future passengers, alongside a form sheet to be filled out during the ride. As such, we advise our readers to always carry a written piece of paper with you, whether that's a book, a note, or a contract, as well as a few coins of gold, as they could come in handy as an object to bargain for with the old fellow, should there ever be a need to do so in your adventures. Griff's punchline. What's the best kind of ship to buy? One that's for sale! Oh, God. I would, Dragon Reaper, but I've done that sort of thing before. You'd have to pay me, because voice acting is actively something that strains my voice. And if I were to do it properly, I would be reading through the Weekly Ham multiple times for every single article, because, as you can tell, on occasion I stumble on my words. So yeah. Meat Ahoy! A revolution in personal nutrition. A new company by the name of Meat Ahoy appears to have set sail, bringing a unique offering to the market. The company supposedly provides a subscription service that delivers pre-portioned pieces of meat to customers on long-range sea journeys, ensuring that the meat is always fresh and ready to be cooked. Meat Ahoy hunts and gathers meat from a variety of strange animals, giving customers the opportunity to try new and exciting cuts that they may not have had the chance to taste before. We believe that everyone should have access to fresh, high-quality meat no matter where they are, said the professed founder of the company. With our subscription service, customers can simply throw the pre-portioned meat under a fire and enjoy a delicious meal without the hassle of having to hunt and gather it themselves. The company is looking for partners to expand their delivery network, and they are seeking advertising opportunities by encouraging known herbivores, such as Victoria Von Slender, to sign up for their plan to then cook, eat, and enjoy their meals in public. Places such as pubs, courthouses, tame dealerships, and sporting avenues, providing unique and exciting advertisements for their brand. Interesting. And the last article in 406. Alfred, Bloodwolves and the Remnant, a threesome in the making. We shine a light on Esser's latest adventures. What must have started out as an innocent encounter between two guests of the Baron's sporting barbecue appears to have sprouted a newfound affection for each other, as the Sarah Sedridge and Ronin Ravenwing were spotted watching the sunset a few hours later, drinking tea and laughing as the night fell. The Baron himself made advances towards her before, but they ended in nothing but a scolding from the husband, Griffith Sedridge. The burning question on everyone's lips is whether Esser's newfound connection is purely political, or if there is a more passionate undercurrent. Could Kingdom's End be on the brink of witnessing a love affair that transcends politics and power? And of course, now available, the Mustang, the most exciting horse in Kingdom's End. A horse for every purse. Right. Now, I have been reliably informed that issue 407 should be out soon, but I do want to read this. Greetings. If you are reading this, you are You and your company are cordially invited to the Church of the Holy Golems ribbon-cutting ceremony. There will be food, drinks, festivities, and a brief history sermon should you find yourself interested. Bring nothing but yourself and an appetite for our drinks are strong and our food filling. The event will take place on Barracuda Bay in the region of B3, Sunday, October 15th, starting around 6 p.m. You probably will not attend, but fine. That's the thing that's happening, I guess. Right. Now, let's see about issue 407, if that's been stopped yet.
I don't think it is stock right now, unless I was blind.
Nope, still 406. Oh boy.
Do we have anyone selling tames other than Alfred right now? The tigers, I think, but they are spayed, so most likely not.
I don't believe so.
Yikes. Okay, they have weird colors for their tigers.
I like the yellow and
they're-
black one.
Hello.
Evening.
The yellow black, yeah, that one is interesting. But still. All spade and they are a weird mix, I must say.
Hey, Nox. 407 is on its way, delivery inbound. Wonderful.
That's good to hear. Boy, if you want to know the stats, let me know of any of the tigers.
No, I don't want to get a non-breedable one.
Okay,
Yes, we have a resupply ship for.
then we are done here anyway.
Yeah. Trying I want more tames, but like...
Yeah, it was gonna be spectacular.
Okay, somewhere on the shores have bears been unloaded by the assembly.
We were gonna be there.
Okay,
Assembly have bears for Remnant.
yeah, it's a very long line of bears right now.
They're being sailed over? Oh, fair enough. I was relatively certain that the weekly ham was printed at the trade fair, but maybe I was wrong.
Hello, ladies Eldridge. After some consideration, I will buy the black and white one. Yes, we do, of course.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Asta,
Yep.
what do you think of the purple like head bit on this green over here? If you are available.
Oh, wait.
So that purple, the purpley pink head on this green. Think it would go well?
Might be. Give me a second to get the saber onto the ship.
Okay.
I will go and grab the latest issue of the Weekly Hand. Now that I've sat down and posted the advert and hey, Freaky. I write architecture, but I mean GPU death. I mean... Perhaps. Perhaps I do mean GPU death. But at the end of the day, if the death of your GPU looks that good, Freaky, is it really that bad of a thing? You haven't seen the Karen Republic's Nations Council Hall, Freaky. Yeah, that's a project that's still under work.
Jesus, assembly.
No
has
balloon yet? No, no
tons of
balloon yet.
forces.
We.
Yikes. Yeah. Getting
I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people are getting burnt out of. A lot of the arbiters are getting burnt out of Atlas really quickly. Due to quite a lot of different things. Sliver hasn't played the entire season. Neither has Jack. Quite a few of the arbiters, yeah. Evening, Miss Carlson. How can I help you?
I was interested in purchasing a few
Ah, you're
things
getting the
from
black
the
one?
company.
Yeah.
Could you repeat that one moment?
I said I was interested in purchasing a few things from the company.
Of course, of course. What did you have in mind?
I can't make dry docks. I figured
Ah.
you probably could.
There he
Yes,
goes.
that is certainly within our remit. Yes, we can certainly provide those.
At least getting him on the ship
Number
is
two.
quite easy
All
for
right.
you. If you're on the shore
yes,
and
of
dismount, you
course.
can.
I'll say dry docks aren't too difficult a thing to put together. Shall we say 100 sovereigns for 2?
Well, yeah, sure. That sounds great
Yep.
to me.
Wonderful.
And I see I see your company in A5 pretty frequently. So if you can't do it here, that's fine with me. We can do it there.
I will double check our resources and I'll see what I can put together. It shouldn't take too much. I'll come find you in a minute. I'm just waiting for the weekly ham to be stocked up.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
How have you been?
I've been quite good. I managed to finish the roof on the council hall the other day, or at least the roof on the hall itself. That's all done. The interior is basically finished. And now I'm starting on the roof of the entrance hall, and then I need to build the offices as well. There's still a lot to go, but hopefully by Wednesday it should be ready. Ready for a proper meeting, as it were.
Excellent. The main hall being done will be nice for Wednesday. Yeah.
So I can't
I
promise
didn't
that
think
it
it
won't
needed a
lag
roof,
your FPS a
but-
bit.
No, I've been around. I've seen it.
Oh, I
It
saw
looks good.
Lady Aya talking to Don somewhere.
Where did you get that massive
No, I need
canvas?
to find it.
I've never
The good
seen
man.
one of those.
The extra large canvases cannot be crafted in your inventory. They have to be crafted in a smithy, I believe. They are Don's canvases, so they're the extra large ones. They have a higher placement number, so you can place more of them in an area, and quite nicely, they have a high resolution. You can have a 512 by 512 resolution on them.
Oh, very nice.
So yeah, they're under the storage and decoration skill in the construction skill, I believe.
Thank you. I'll have to take a look.
Mm-hmm. If you'd like, I can craft you a few. They're not exactly expensive.
Sure.
And
I'll take some home. I don't mind that.
I'll put those together with the dockyards. Right. Well, there's half a roof, I should say, Valora. The council hall itself has a roof. The entrance hall has half a roof. And the company offices, like the nation's company offices, are not finished yet. There's still a lot of work to go. If kept properly alive, yes, but it's been difficult for us, I will say, really. It's been difficult for us to keep it alive. Okay. Right. Issue 407. Actually, what? Why am I reading this here? I have a balcony. And why am I reading my newspaper at my desk? I have a balcony. I'm gonna use my balcony chair. There's a reason that the balcony chair is here. It's to read the Weekly Ham. Literally the only reason.
Chair.
The Weekly Ham, issue 407. Archaeologists discover origins of blue giraffes. Intriguing. Archaeologists on a search for remnants from the sunken isles of Blackwood have now made a breakthrough discovery, as they found an old manuscript filled with stories of the region. As it turns out, the giraffes of Blackwood weren't always wearing blue fur, but were forced to adopt the color. Originally, the Isles were a serene landscape adorned with golden-coated giraffes, but one day a gang of envious monkeys hatched a plan that would change it forever. They mixed together a recipe for blue paint, then under the cover of night ambushed the peaceful grazers in their slumber and drenched their fur in the color, in what was supposed to be a harmless prank. To the monkeys' surprise, however, the salt-based formula adhered to the fur more tenaciously than bad winds to homebound ships. The next day, the monkeys scrambled to remedy their mischief, attempting to clean off the stubborn paint, but their efforts proved futile. Left with no choice but to accept their newly acquired cerulean hue, the giraffes, understandably disgruntled, sought revenge. In an ironic turn of events, the giraffes retaliated by painting the monkeys' bottoms a vivid shade of pink. Eventually, coming to an understanding, a new tradition was born in which monkeys and giraffes paint each other frequently, turning their islands into a spectacular canvas of blue and pink colors. Interesting. Following on from last week's article, Meat Ahoy defends against complaints of poor quality of food products, startup on verge of bankruptcy. In a shocking turn of events, Meat Ahoy, a fresh startup in the food delivery industry, now finds itself in hot water after allegations surfaced regarding the ingredients of their products. In response to recent customer complaints about the taste of the meat received, the Meat Ahoy team denies accusations of mixing flotsam into their products for better profits. According to their spokesperson, planks from shipwrecks are ground down and added purely for taste, as the company lacks the funds to acquire rare herbs and spices. They further explain that the coal-like taste of their almost ready-to-eat meat is just a byproduct of improper cooking methods applied by the customer, and not the quality of the meat itself. When asked whether the meat would be sourced from unsuspecting seagulls, the company states that all the beasts that land on their menu had it coming anyway. While the company declined to comment on their financials, our survey paints a grim picture for their startup. Out of the 10 monkeys asked, none was willing to subscribe to their plan, and 4 even flung excrement at our reporter. Wonderful. Yavrik Wilhelm, nautical genius or just a drunken with a diploma? We unravel his recent South Sea soiree. Yavrik Wilhelm, captain of the Draco and a renowned figure in maritime circles, now finds himself at the center of controversy following his recent journey through the usually rather tranquil South Sea. Sources state that he set off from the northern cliffs of Craghammer and circled the island in a clockwise manner before sailing all the way up to Dead Soul Retreat, navigating around the North Beach from east to west, only to then come back south again and circle Demon's Eye clockwise. He eventually made his way back to his starting point before ultimately succumbing to an inebriated stupor on the ship's aft castle. This deviation from his usual determination comes as a surprise, more so as rumors suggest that the next day he stumbled along the pier of his home port, angrily pointing fingers at things while rambling loudly, thus causing the eviction of his gunsmith, disgruntled by Wilhelm's actions. Some of his peers snatched the tosspot and locked him into the fertilizer factory to sober up and sleep off his jag. What's a jag?
Have a
Okay.
car?
I don't think that's what is being referenced here, but alright. Right. That is issue 407 of the Weekly Ham. Now, I'm going to put together those dockyards for the fiends, as well as some large canvases. If we have the resources for them. Thatch, fiber, and wood. Okay. Yeah. I could probably do that. Whee.
It's so funny to see Aya and Nova circling around the horses Don has and picking up all the claims they want.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I need 4,000 fiber and send about 6,000 to 7,000 thatch. But yeah, for anybody who is listening out there, the Arbiters of Kingdom's End are we're trying our best. But we're all volunteers. And we are burning out of the season much faster than anyone else because of the fact that we are running the season while also trying to play the season. And it's, yeah. I'm maybe less burnt out than the other Arbiters are, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not burnt out at all. It just means that I've had to deal with less shit. Which, not necessarily a good thing. But yeah, go easy on us. We are trying. We're doing our best. There's only so much that we can do with a game this broken. You know just as well as I do how broken this game is, Freaky. I'm curious, did you have any structure limit plugins on your server? No. Be glad that I was never on it then. Because I think what I build would have caused problems.
Kinda jealous.
I know, but in fairness, when you sent out your invitation, I had just burnt out of Atlas Kingdom's End the first time. Which, you know. Okay. I mean, we've been trying to run on a schedule, but that what's a schedule? Is essentially how it's been going. God. Hey D, welcome. Welcome Raiders. Welcome to Atlas. Welcome to ARMCO Atlas. Optimized structures is because of me? I mean, our version of optimized structures is maybe because of me. I don't know that Klinger's version is.
No, that's fair.
We
that's fair.
can't use it, is the thing. When we tried to use Klinger's optimized structures on when we loaded it up on the test server, it was having some major shadow artifacting with Z fighting with the shadows for any of the optimized stone pieces, which basically meant that we would have had to have put an epilepsy warning on the server. So we looked at that and went, we can't put that on the server because it will cause people problems, basically. Yeah, I built a test structure because we have to test all these things before we put them on the server. Essentially, it was the shadows were flickering so badly that even I was just getting a headache just looking at it. And I would have imagined that anyone who had epilepsy or anything like that would have immediately started throwing up. Because yeah, it was not pleasant to look at. It was not pleasant to watch. It may be that in the optimization pass, Klinger's accidentally removed some of the shadow layers, which is what's causing that. Currently, we have larger optimized pieces that our own modders have put together. But they're not quite as optimized, and yeah, it's a bit of a struggle still. Yeah, I mean, I only found out about it like a couple of weeks ago, and I've been dead on my feet, basically. So if I'd had the time, I would have probably mentioned it, but God knows I have not had the time. Yeah, I'll see if at some point, Freaky, I can put together a test structure on the test server and show you what is actually happening. I'll take a video of it, and I'll show you what it actually looks like, because it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's pretty bad. Like, yeah. Shove some coconuts in the thing. Okay. Okay, we're gonna need more wood thatch. Like, it might just be something that's happening on our server for some reason and nowhere else. But, yeah. We tried it out, and we were like, this, visually, we cannot put this in for people, because, yeah. Yeah. Like, a little bit of shadow artifacting and flickering, fine. But something that's able to give someone an epilepsy fit, no, not a thing we can. Yeah. Oh, I can feel the impact of losing the productivity skills. This is so much slower now.
Would you like... I think I got... Oh, wait. Yeah, I have them. Nice.
I mean, if you can gather me, like, a good 3,000 wood and... Yeah, just like 3,000 wood would be really helpful, at the very least.
Sure, on it. I will need to do this. Yes, there we are.
But yeah, at the moment we're looking into optimizing our large structure pieces. Wasted's been on a bit of a... We have to use, if we can, our own mods, because we cannot control the other mods that are put in, basically. But I'm of the opinion that if it's something as simple as the structure pieces, then it's not going to cause a massive impact. But it's not my server, so I'm just an arbiter. I have a voice, but that's about as far as it gets.
Are we gonna get different sizes of the optimized pieces, or are we just getting like the 3x stuff?
Well, we have the 3x2s and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
but
that's probably as
like,
far as it's going. I honestly think that the 1x3s are unnecessary.
I'm just thinking like 2x2s and things because they'll be nice.
At that point, you might as well just use the small ones. But in fairness, like, if it wasn't for the structure, if it wasn't for the build cap thing that we have, which doesn't work properly either, because
No.
Atlas,
Yeah.
yeah, like, if it wasn't for that, what we'd probably do is we'd still be using the large structure pieces, but it wouldn't be as much of an issue.
That can certainly be arranged, yes. Our tide pods are, of course, still one of the best offers if it comes to cleaning laundry and or challenges. But I do understand that you have the intention for the perfect blood with colors.
Yeah, very much so.
All right, there's
Okay, let's
Automaton,
see.
by the way.
If you wish, I could open up the shop for our Lamborghini range.
Is he negotiating
Have
with
a
our
look
stuff?
if you wish.
Yep.
And maybe we can come to an arrangement in which we would buy the.
Arthur's been patiently
collection,
waiting his turn as
the
Don
utmost
sells all of
collection
his
and free
horses.
model of you, the female and the male,
I
in
mean,
exchange for the foiblings and some coin, perhaps?
There's a,
Or we
like,
can-
FPS in Atlas is at a premium, honestly, but the main thing that we have to combat on the Kingdom's End server is server performance and server lag. Like, do I have my spyglass on? I do. So, let's see. There are 26 players in the cell right now. That is the clock. It is ticking slower than normal at the moment because of the amount of players in the cell and the amount of structures in the cell. Every time we run an event, we have to immediately boost that cell for that period of time to run in priority, essentially. Because otherwise it just slows to a crawl and people's actions are just... they just don't really happen properly anymore. Yeah.
Ooh. Alpha doing a clearance sale.
Do you have that wood for me, boy one?
I do not have the 3,000 right now.
Okay. Do you have an amount?
I have about 1,500 right now.
Okay. Take that up to the smithy in the clock tower.
Will do.
Boy, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Move the to Don Tide Pods back
Hey,
on the
Mr.
ship for now.
The two
will be-
Yes, will do. Oh, what the hell?
He will be buying the flagship Type 3s, but
I do
Well,
not know,
yes.
Freaky. That is a question that you would have to ask the admins. Because we have a tier system. We have admins, arbiters, and modders. Admins have full access to the server, but there's only 3 of them. Technically 2. But Wasted kind of counts. That would be Poetic and Sliver. Then we have the Arbiters, which there's myself, Aya, Jack, Griff, a couple of others. And then there's the modelers, of course, such as Lazy and a few other people, who are all wonderful. Don, who is amazing. Don, who made the I should stress, who made the clock. You can't really see much detail on it from here, but it is pretty detailed, and it looks really nice, and it works according to incel time. So it is 9 o'clock, and the clock displays 9 o'clock. Like, it's really good.
Oh, I ended up grabbing about 5k by accident.
Oh, that's fine. That'll do. I'm on my way out now. Oh yeah. No, Don's been doing some really cool stuff. Don created the weekly ham, which does, in fairness, require a weekly mod update to actually get on the server. But this is our newspaper this season, so you know.
Well, we do a weekly reset.
Don's done
anyway,
all of the
so-
modding for that stuff, which is fantastic. I
We're doing good
believe
things.
he's also looking into higher resolution sales, which is,
Ooh.
I'm sure, is quite an undertaking. I'm gonna be honest, that sounds mad. Considering
Oh, no, we
Atlas,
could-
that sounds mind-blowing.
Are we gonna get stuck with that Alucard picture in high definition?
Oh god, HD Alucard on Alfred sales. That
Oh god.
god. I mean,
Wait, sorry,
I
what
don't
did you
blame
want to
Klinger
ask
for
then?
stopping on sales.
Oh yeah,
Like,
those two, yes.
in fairness, the idea of a modular sale system for Atlas is wonderful, but the implementation of a modular sale system for Atlas is fucking probably terrifying. I would like to be able to build masts in the sections that they were built in, instead of just going plop, sale.
Yeah, I never quite got that. Like, they decide to do everything else very, like, part by part, and the mast is just one single thing.
Yeah. Like, I think the best way to do sales in Atlas would be to do them modularly. Which, I know that the word Atlas and modular are kind
Doesn't
of...
work.
Doesn't work, especially when they introduced the modular ships and everyone was like, the fuck is that? But I feel like the modularity of sales is something that needs to be looked into, because it would change the game so much. Yeah, the modular ship's garbage. Yeah. Why? This doesn't need to be here anymore. But yeah, the modular ships are garbage. We all know that they're garbage. Yeah, exactly. Or something along those lines, anyway. What am I missing? Oh, I'm missing 1,000 wood.
I'm on my way.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Wait, oh, we're down there.
Yep. Why were you upstairs?
I don't know.
Upstairs is the offices and the meeting areas.
I think I was gonna put them in the resource box. But,
Oh. Okay, make 2 of those. And this. And 4 of those. So these are Don's extra large canvases, by the way, Freaky. These have a 512 by 512 resolution in comparison to the 256 by 256 resolution that normal canvases have, which looks so crisp in comparison. It really does. Okay.
wait, 6. What's 600 times 4?
600 times 12... 24,000. 2,400, sorry.
Yes.
But yeah, like if here's the thing, if it was if it was a situation where we could essentially, instead of having weight sales and speed sales and handling sales, if we could have those in segments, so we have weight segment small, weight segment medium, weight segment large, right? And then with that, you would stack them. So you'd have weight segment large on the bottom, and then speed segment medium and speed segment small on the top at the back of the ship, because that's how it used to actually look. I mean, not quite, because it would have more sail than just that, but the idea of doing something like that, or combining them, so have speed weight segments, or just making it so here is mast segment large, mast segment medium, mast segment small, then speed sail segment, weight sail segment, and then you can mount those sails on the mast points. Like the masts having snap points for the sails themselves. So you can mount a speed sail and a weight sail on the same mast. Like that would be cool. That as well. That as well, Freaky. Like, I would love to see a modular sail system in Atlas, because it would make so much more sense. And even being able to string the rigging yourself. Like, being able to go attach rigging from point A to point C, or point A to point D. And so, well, yeah, and the triangular sails that go in the middle and the back. And stun sails as well. I would love to see stun sails that you can actually run out on the side. Like, I'd love to see that. Like, a modular sail system would be a complete revamp of everything in the game, basically. You would have to nix the entire main sail system and replace it. But it would make ships so much cooler. It would give you so much more customization. Like, I personally think that would be really cool, being able to do that. And instead of going, instead of having like snap points for all these different sail types, you just have on the ship itself. You just have snap points for the masts. That's it. And then on the masts, that's where you put snap points for the sails, like the spars for the sails themselves. That's where you put those snap points. It's something that I've thought of a lot to think about how to integrate it into Atlas properly, and yeah.
15 seconds. We did not think that they would be so popular.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think we've sold a fair bit. I think we've got a.
We have an outside one.
The snap points are another headache. Snap points for everything are a headache, I've been informed, reliably.
You know, I just realized that you can do that today, so.
Where's this door closed? Leave it open. When the trade fair's running, by the way, guys, just leave the doors to the main building open.
It's fine, Mo. I got it.
Stuff. Have you been by the train to pick any up yet, or not?
But yeah.
No idea.
That is my, like, I am not a modder, and I do not have the time to mod.
The gloves are more just
Um,
character, I feel.
A little bit, yeah.
Like, I do not have the time to mod, but if I were to start modding, that is what I would start work on, at the very least. Like, a modular sail system for Atlas's ships, where I can basically rip out all of the original sail snap points from a ship, replace them with mast snap points for specific mast types, and then on the masts, you just have 3 snap points. That's all you need, actually, on each mast piece. You just need 3. You need the weight sail snap point, the speed sail snap point, and the
Unfortunately, I had to meet up with friends first
the-
this morning, so
Yeah.
I
where
was I think when I messaged you,
the thing
literally
snap
lay
point.
down in bed,
The-
I was like, I need to get up, and I still almost missed it. I almost
the handling sail snap point. And the handling and the weight sail snap points would be in the same area, so you can't put a handling and a weight on the same thing. And it would still take up sail points. You can still have that same system in place. It just means that you'll be incorporating different pieces into the same thing. So,
Who else was he fighting?
yeah. I don't know.
Icy, Blood Wolves, LFP.
Maybe I'm just going mad. Maybe I'm just going mad. But I think that would be cool.
They,
I did hear something
all
about it,
ganged up on
so
him.
I did
Yeah.
I think that would
But
be
remind me,
really cool.
Prepare Fiend on cooldown. Always. They all ganged up on us at one point, and that was stressful.
But yeah, Joe missed it. But
Hey, Valora's here.
had a good turn.
I mean, I was mad beforehand, but
He brought a
yeah. Hi, Poetic. I'm standing next to your nightmare once more. But yeah, like the idea of a modular sail system is. Welcome back, Miss Carson. Let's step inside so that these things don't fall through the floor, because that has been a problem in the past. 2 dockyards and 4 large canvases.
Wonderful. So, you have been very reasonable to trade with. I like trading with you. And that's more than I could say for some of the other people I've traded with. So, I'm going to pay you more than what you asked for.
Oh, well, I thank you very much. I'm always happy to be of assistance and generally helpful.
No, we are
Oh.
allies, and you've given us some valuable assistance.
Well, thank you very much, Miss Carson. It is most appreciated.
Likewise, and but it's good to have friends.
Indeed. Indeed. I do hope those dockyards serve you well, and fingers crossed that you find something to do with those larger canvases as well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So this is my first time here at the trade fair. I assume every company gets a glyph platform and they can just do with it whatever they want?
Yep. You pick a free platform, an empty platform, and you can build whatever you like.
Interesting.
When you pick a platform, just let one of the arbiters know, and we'll transfer its ownership directly to you.
That's great. I will have to take a look at that probably on another day and let you know.
Of course.
Alright. Thank you very much for the business.
Indeed.
I needed these.
Have a good day. Right. Ms. Carson literally paid us triple what I asked for those 2 dockyards, because dockyards are not that expensive to make. But yeah, they paid us 300 sovereigns, so that's nice. Can't put that in there, we haven't ordered the resource boxes to take sovereigns yet. Okay.
Boy, we are getting one just like it. Breedable. Those have been neutered.
Right, I wanted to grab these and another one down.
Give me 1 second. I'm currently just talking to Boy because he didn't know about our deal before. So I'm just informing him that we will get one anyway. The big question for me is, and Boy, if you're already here, you can answer it. Do you prefer the Drake because of its colors, or because of what I'm looking for is the stats? Basically, if we get to the Blood Wolves and find a similar looking Drake with the stat distribution that is interesting to me, I wouldn't care about the colors. So if you want specifically this one because of the colors, maybe you can purchase that one. But basically it's neutered as far as I know. The 2 I will get won't be neutered.
There we go.
Then basically if you want to purchase it, you can. I won't stop you, but be aware that I will most likely breed similar ones as well.
Well, in that case, I may leave it if we are breeding them, but...
Yeah, basically, let me check.
Also, was I putting these
I mean,
tripods back
if
on the-
Klinger ever decides to go back into the idea of modular sales, I will be very happy. If he doesn't,
Okay, as far as I know, the
I'll
colors
ask
in
Don
this
instead.
description
No, I'm not gonna ask Don
some
to do
would be
that.
available
That's
to
way
me.
too much work.
Let
It's
me see.
like modular sales are something that I would like to see at some point, but yeah. It's probably not going to
Okay,
happen.
if you want it specifically for the
anytime
colors,
soon. Maybe
I won't
maybe
stop
for
you,
ARMCO Season 5,
but
we
it
might
would
have
not
a
be
modular
part
sales
of the
system
deal
that is
I have
completely
already
unique to Kingdom
negotiated
Death.
with Don because it's.
But we'll need to... Well, I wonder if we could set it... If we child the large mast segment off...
The blue belly is a little bit annoying, actually.
No, it's not going to take that long, Freaky. We delayed
Again,
Season 4
I
because of a
can't
bunch
perfectly
of stuff,
breed
but
those
we're not
colors
gonna
right
delay
now.
Season 5 that much.
So yeah.
It'll probably be a couple of months at the very least, because it gives everyone a time to take a break. I'm just thinking, if we child the mast, the large mast piece, off of the vanilla speed sail, it'll inherit all of its snap point properties. So it should be able to be snapped to any ship. And after that, we just need to stack it so it wouldn't be snapping to the ship anymore. Because that means it would make it compatible with Klinger ships. That's my main thought. And if we could do that... It's an idea. It might be a little difficult to pull off. Then you have medium masts that are
I got the
childed
one I
off the
wanted.
vanilla medium speed
I've been
sail.
looking at the same
You
one
have
for
small
like
masts that are childed
3
off the
trade
small
fairs. Oh,
it's
I might
small
be the right
speed
ship.
sail.
No,
They
it's not.
inherit those
Been
snap
looking at it for
points
like
from the large
3 trade
medium,
fairs
small
in a
speed
row.
sails. You don't need any of
I
the
was
other.
looking at it earlier as well, but since it was neutered, yeah. That
Yeah, you
didn't.
don't care about the needed. I
Huh.
just care because it looks beautiful.
It has some decent stats as well. That's the
Yeah,
main reason I was
mean-
picking it.
Like, the idea
But,
is that it'll still use the same sail point system. Freaky. But,
Just stick it
And
on
it's
the
still on the
Dauntless
ship.
and then I'll thingy it over to the little
so as long
Thumbra.
as... And then it adds in a whole new system
know
of
why
damage
it
mechanics
doesn't
as
want to
well.
hop on
Because
the
it means you
Thumbra
can
now.
shoot the top of
No
someone's
clue.
sails off, because they're weaker than the lower section of their sails.
Yep.
And slow them down like that.
Yeah, and then I'll put it on
that's
the another Thumbra.
that's a
yeah.
whole nother idea. But
Enjoy
I
your
can't
trip.
even move on the
you
Dauntless,
see what I mean.
since
You
people are
see why I think this would be a good
Yeah.
system to
That one
implement.
now.
too crowded.
I mean, yeah, every structure has its own damage, but like, and like I'm saying that at the end of the day, it would be cool to have that system in, because it means combat engagements would be so different, because it's not just one sail anymore. It's like, it's literally 4 different sails on one mast. The item at the top gives X force the speed of the ship. It gone removes it. Yeah, exactly. Like,
But yeah, basically,
I-
Don refrained from buying the Tide Pods because
this is why
managed
I
to
was
breed,
excited for
the
when
perfect number of colors, and we are getting
Is-
3 framings for that.
is the elevator person dead? I think they might be dead.
Might be dead.
Some are, yes.
Yeah, the elevator person in the clock tower is dead. Yeah, I bet they starved to death. We haven't been there in ages. Okay. But yeah, like that's the idea, and it's a cool idea.
I've spent a
but
lot of
the
sovereigns.
implementation would take a lot of work. I think.
I think these colors
I
go
mean,
quite well with the
if you
uniform,
can
to be honest.
child the main large mast, or the main mast placements, snap points, off of the speed sail snap points, then you don't have to deal with any of the snap points on the ship itself. You don't have to make any of those anymore, unless you want to do it completely custom. After which, you only have to deal with the upper snap point, or the next mast piece.
Oh, but you will need
which
to
would
bring
be two.
two
You would
saddles.
need two, because you'd need the
for
one for the
the
large, the medium, and the one for the small.
flagship lines.
And then the sail mast pieces.
Basically,
the sail snap
two
points,
other
which you
flagship
would
lines on the
3,
shores don't
6.
have saddles right now.
You would need 9 for
Oh,
those.
I'm over at the
Because you
Leviathan
need one
right
for
now,
each
so
of the
I will be
speed sails, one for
there
each
in
of
a
the
minute.
weight sails, and
Then
one
I
for
will
each of
grab
the
them.
handling sails.
Now I need to think of names for all of the things I've bought.
So
But
no,
leaving
there's
out
plenty
the
of working on
Fjord
the
Mustangs,
line that
because
the snap points
they're
of the
already
sails are
named.
still on the ship itself. I mean, yeah, the snap
the
points for the
drakes are
sails
also
have
named.
to be on the ship. Freaky.
This trick isn't named.
Like,
This
there's no
trick
two
is
ways
just
about
a
it. They
copper
have to be
something
there.
for sale.
What I'm
But it is
saying
like a proper
is
name.
we can use the snap points that already
Oh no,
exist
the
there
actual name is copper.
as the mast
Just the
snap
for sale
points.
part is not part of the
Copper
actual name.
flare for. Oh yeah.
But
I
I
was
do
there,
agree
yes.
that the
Yeah,
force of the
I read it
sails
as
does
copper
need to
for
link
sale.
together,
No, it's copper
which
flare.
means all of the
and
sails would be
heat
less
was
Yes.
powerful.
sale, yes.
Like, all of the modular
he
sails
is
would be less powerful
getting rid
than
of the
just the
for sale
one
bit.
thing. But linking them all together would be equivalent.
By the way, Lucians, if you're still around,
I'm here.
John was looking for you.
Oh, is he? Right. I'm on my way down.
Assembly submarine.
Wait, where did you say he was?
I think currently he is at Altford.
All right. That's not too hard.
In the breeding barn quite a bit lately.
Yes, indeed.
I'm almost at the end
No,
of the
I hope I
61
didn't put
level of the ship
anything
level
up that I
61
shouldn't have
XP
said,
bar.
but yes,
I need like 7k.
just say he
70K?
appears to fancy
70k.
growing a family eventually.
I have no clue what happens after this. Probably just fills and doesn't go anywhere, but
Well, Dory,
at least I'll have
you
done
want
it.
to take out yes, Q again for all the business we had today. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
so
No,
much.
I agree, Freaky.
Quite a pretty sight, don't you think, Miss Edridge?
They might have gotten it they might have gotten the medal before, maybe?
I'm gonna go put it on. Okay.
There was one type of
Let me
metal.
come with you. Thanks again, Miss Edridge. And I
Monsieur
shall catch you soon.
Automaton, I believe you wanted to speak.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. If you would like to step on the elevator and come with us for a brief walk, then we'll just have to stash away this lovely little cat that I bought for Miss Sutton. Well, I shouldn't say I bought. We bought it together, right, honey?
Correct. Of course, my dear.
Well, yes. You see, Mr. Ghost. For a personal matter, I would quite like to visit the library that I believe you are constructing.
Yes, the Eidolon Library. It is under construction, and we are operating at efficiency to get it built within the next few weeks, hopefully.
I see. Well, I would very much like to come there. I guess you will have books that contain knowledge of the old world and previous history books and other things?
More than likely, we had a few storage crates of books from the old world that we transported safely, I will add, and well stored and cared for. I am an avid reader, and I like to collect.
Yes, I
So,
see.
yes, there is a large amount of old texts and tomes that we have stored away that will be available to the public once the library is completed.
Yes, that is fantastic. I need access to some very highly specific knowledge that about, well, there's no other way to put it. Me need to figure out some things. Will and
I believe
see what
that
about my
knowledge
condition
may.
is.
We have varying sections in the library. We have a public section for general purpose knowledge. We have a company section for company records and the like. And we have the vault, which contains knowledge that has been deemed generally unsafe for the general public. If you do not find what you're looking for in the public records, we may be able to grant you access to the vault.
Yes, I will get back to that. Shall we continue our little walk here? We have been standing quite a while, and at least someone wants to use the elevator up there.
Indeed.
So, you see, Mr. Ghost, it's difficult to put in words, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you have done previous business with the person who is responsible for creating me, Mr. Don Hamon.
Yes, I have. Strange fellow, I will say.
Strange, you see. Understood, yeah. Well, let's just say my memory is filled with knowledge about him that may not be all that straightforward to look at. Anyhow, as I'm digressing here, I was just wondering if maybe Ghost Industries had any part in, well, the creation of me.
That... I would not feel comfortable discussing this in quite such a public space.
Understood. Of course
I
not, yes.
can say that...
You never know who's listening at the trade fair.
Any records that we might have on assistance that we may have provided to Don Hamon during his time with us is likely within the vault and
No,
closely guarded.
not even without not even within the company section of the library.
Oh, no. That sort of information is relatively dangerous, I would say. Don
Interesting.
Hamon's projects are known to have caused, known to have had sometimes explosive consequences.
Yes,
I believe
think
one
I
of them
may
was. He decided to give a monkey a gun, and that was a disastrous day.
Yeah, you shouldn't give monkeys guns. You should give them pen and paper, because it turns out they are quite good at writing stuff down, which can later on be put in a newspaper, but that's probably a topic for another day.
I
Interesting.
somewhat fear
That
that
kind
we
of
might
description very
actually
much fits
maxing
what
out the
I'm doing.
Northumbria with Thames.
Indeed. But yes, should you Should you wish it, we
The
can certainly
Leviathan
grant
is
you
here.
access to
I
the
will
vault,
bring her
along
around
with
to you.
the records pertaining to
Yeah, because we
Mr.
have a lot of
Hamon's
sailors now.
dealings with
2 horses
Actually,
that are
no,
most likely
maybe not.
placed on the
If
If I'm
Northumbria.
bringing a horse, yeah.
researchers.
Yeah, horses I would leave on the Northumbria
That would
because
be
they have
great.
a turning arc like a dog shit.
Oh, there. Would you mind,
And
since
if you want to move them on
my
the
kid
ship
Dory
into
here is
some
also
better
I
positions,
just
the Northumbria is the place to do it,
well,
not
master
some
of
smaller ship.
many things, including cooking the best meals that you will ever taste. She's also quite interested in well, the art of greebling, as you will. Would it be possible to maybe take a tour
Yeah.
of your port?
With the, because I
Yes,
killed a crew
that
member
would
earlier.
certainly be
With
possible.
We'd love to take a little stroll along.
So with the
your
new
boat,
Drake
if you
on
will,
here,
and
it is max
see
on
what
crew.
kind
So
of architecture can spring to our eyes.
Indeed. No, I would not be opposed to that at all.
Thank you.
what does the spearhead have for crew?
Most
That is
So, well,
great to hear. Well, thank you indeed, and I'm eagerly looking forward to your raven about the opening of the library.
We will let you
Okay,
know
let me
as
check.
soon as it is complete.
yeah, I'm 21.
Lovely. There's one more thing. You see, Mr. Ghost, the Blood Wolves are currently once again extending their business. We are not only doing AAA services on the sea, high seas rescue,
Okay,
and,
all the animals from the shore
naval
are loaded,
salvage,
and we
but
are
we are
at
also, of course, dealing with Thames now.
Oh, that's
right.
84 out of
I believe your company picked up
59.
two already. However, starting
Now
rather
I need to
soon,
think how
a
many
new
lines
section
are
of the
on
Blood
the
Wolves
top
will
right
spring up
now.
and make business. We call this new segment the Book Wolves.
We are
Yes, we
down
are starting a
to
book publishing
rhinos that I dropped off
So
in
we
Nova.
might arrange to
So that's
get some books for
negative
your
2
library, although
from the
these books are
original
more fiction than
starting
fact.
value.
But maybe if you have a
We
section
do
for
have
that kind of
a
thing,
section on fiction.
Wolf.
well then, we shall see
Uh,
to
Shall
getting you a
we
copy of these
quickly
books that
head back
you can
to
stock
B2
those as well.
and then I can
Well, I
bring
guess that concludes our
a different.
everything that I
Actually-
wanted to know from you. If there's anything that I can help
Shall
you
we
with,
head back to B2 quickly?
please do ask.
I don't believe there is at the moment, but I will certainly let you know.
Lovely. In which case, wish you a very happy evening, I guess. In the rain, I hope the weather clears up again, and we shall stay in contact.
Indeed. Have a good day, Mr. Automaton.
You as well.
Indeed.
You too, Mr. Go.
What price are you selling them at, Master?
Right. I believe that concludes all my business at the trade fair today.
Prices depending on neutered or not neutered.
What do
Basically,
you mean?
neutered is
Wolf?
gold value.
Just like in your inventory O?
No,
double
no
tap
lines.
F.
Yeah, double tap F to drop him off.
I will stop the boat. Just face forward and slightly up, and then double tap F.
Yeah, basically the females go for, depending on what they are, tide pots,
Alphas is packed up, by the looks
and
of it.
non-weird stuff is 1,000 sovereigns, males 1,500. Of course, getting males on the lines is rare.
Unneutered.
Unneutered, yes. And for stuff like surf or the banana one, they go for unneutered 800.
Okay.
Same for the no longer needed BB flagship type 2.
Okay. Right. Yeah, no, if you want, Freaky, I can send you a document outlining the idea. Like, the idea of modular sales, I can send you a document outlining how I would implement that.
Oh shit.
I don't know how much use that would actually be.
Right.
Ooh. Alright, yeah. Small versions of the clocks, by the way, that glow at night. All the clocks glow at night, so you can actually see them properly, which is fun. And they come in 4 sizes. Don has done some fantastic stuff with the model.
Yeah. Why did I?
Right.
Push it?
I
oops.
am going to stop playing Atlas now, and I'm gonna go and do something maybe a bit stupid, but I'm gonna go play some Warhammer 40k Darktide on stream. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna go play some Darktide, guys. If anybody wants to join me. Or if anybody feels like it.
I might. Depending on how Asta's journey home goes with the amount of lions we have in other teams.
Yeah, I'm currently counting. It's 50. I should be able to fit all lines still up on the roof on the Northumbria.
Now to hope that my